everybody, my name is Spammals and welcome to the end of month vlog, and in this case the last day of 2017. This is a video where we look back at what we've done this month, have a little talk about it, and then see where we're going. 2018, spoiler. Anyway, without any more stalling, let's begin! So the month started off with us continuing our adventures for Wolfenstein 2, and I enjoyed that game ever so much. I really wish, I don't know, I get the feeling not everyone did like it, and I don't know why, because it was brilliant. It was so much fun. It had comedy, action, drama, a bit of sadness, and a bit of suspense as well. Anyway, I really liked it. I'm really glad we played it, and I thank you guys for fan funding it, because I wouldn't have had the chance to play it otherwise. Then, sneaking up, just out of nowhere, it's Titanic VR. In the game, it finally came out, and we got ourselves a review copy of it, and we jumped straight into the main campaign of it. We did 4 episodes, we did some dives on the Titanic, we went retrieving items, helping a director film a documentary, and help solving the final resting place of a loved family member. Anyway, there's more of that to come in the new year. The campaign is on pause for now because we're waiting for more content to come out, but there will be more. We will do more, guaranteed. So get away from the keyboard. I can see you typing already. Play more of it. We will. Then Star Wars Battlefront 2 came. In spite of all of the dramas and all that business about the multiplayer loot boxes, that doesn't affect us because we're playing the single player campaign, something EA claims isn't desired anymore. Well, anyway, I don't care. We did it. And I really enjoyed it, and from what I can tell, you guys did as well. The story was truly a Star Wars experience. It had epic moments of intense battles and scope and size and magnitude, and then it had kind of some saddy, heart-touchy moments, but it was very interesting and engaging and quite varied at times, from space combat to boots-on-ground combat. It was cool. I really, once again, I'm glad we played it. Especially after all the negative press, it would have been very difficult to decide to buy the game because it's an expensive game with all this negativity going on around it. But again, it's a fan-funded thing from you guys. We got to do it on the channel, and not only that, we did the DLC as well. More on that later. I hope you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun with it. I hope they do some more. Moving on! So here's the thing. Through November, I'm working really hard because I had plans to get December fully filmed before December started. But coming back from Comic-Con, I got sick, and then blah, 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 blah. Reasons happened. Point being is, I wasn't quite done. But as December rolled around, I kind of took a break anyway. While I had Star Wars fully filmed, I hadn't finished editing it, so I had to kind of really juggle around the calendar, so that's why for a brief period, Wolfenstein came out day after day after day, because that was all done and uploaded, and Star Wars wasn't uploaded. But anyway, so we did literally a block of Star Wars day by day, and that lasted for a good week and a bit. But we also did Diesel Express VR. This was supposed to come at the end of the month. Again, a rejuggled, pushed up to the front. It was a cool virtual reality experience. You're on the train, you got to guard it. It's a shooter, wavy thing. People on cars come, you shoot them back. It wasn't tremendously special, but it was a neat little thing all of the same, and it's also cool to be on a train. We don't get enough train VR experiences, although we will be doing Derail Valley next year. Anyway, back to this. What was cool about this is our good friend Inyo22. He's a train driver in real life as well as being a game dev over on Roblox, and he filmed the Let's Begin segment for inside his cab before wailing on the train's horn. Whistle. Anyway, it was really cool to include that. I did want to save that for a steam train type thing, but Diesel Express it'll have to be. So thank you, Inye, for filming that. Let's begin! So Star Wars plays that, we jump into the DLC. The DLC was pretty cool. It was a free-to-play DLC, which was a surprise, but I'm thinking it was more of a tie-in to go with like promotional material for the Last Jedi, whatever the thing's called. It was cool. It continued the story of Iden Versio, and it kind of wrapped up that family loose end, so we literally see the beginning and the end of them. It was cool because you get to see this parallel moment of when The Force Awakens ends, when they blow up the new old moon planet Death Star, whatever they called it. We saw that, so it was cool to have this kind of knowledge of a parallel story going on whilst all that's going on. It was cool, it was short, it was sweet, nothing too outstanding, but heartwarming all of the same. Moving on! So with Star Wars behind us, we can move on to other things, such as Star Wars Droid Repair Bay. This was a super cool free-to-play VR experience created by the same guys who did that Star Wars Trial on Tatooine lightsaber experience, and it was super cool. It was a bit more refined and a bit more dynamic, but we're on board one of the spaceships. There's droids coming in, including BB-8 BB-8, we got to repair them, and they got this kind of like Wally type character to them, because although they're speaking in beep-boops, you know exactly what they're trying to tell you, and they really captured this kind of emotion with it. It was really cool. But then it had some drama as well, because we became under attack from someone. Blast doors came down on the windows. It was great. Like, I really encourage you, if you have virtual reality, give it a go. If you don't, watch the video, and if you have VR, watch the video as anyway. Watch the video is the overlining message here. Now with Star Wars officially out of the way, we can actually start to roll out the Christmas content. Hooray! So Overwatch have their Christmas Winter Wonderland experience going on just now, and they have a Yeti hunt kind of event. It's a 4-person versus 1 Yeti. You have to kill the Yeti to win. Christmas spirit. But the Yeti, he's gathering meats, and if he gathers them all, he goes on a rampage and he will one-shot everybody. It was simple fun. It's nothing too extreme, but I had fun in it all the same. But what I liked about the videos were the 2 videos altogether, one just being the hunter and then one being just the Yeti. What I liked about them is I had some fun editing them. I was adding music to create contrast. So when we're hunting, it's a bit more light-hearted. Then when we're under attack, it's kind of more dramatic. And I really hope that comes across, because the gameplay on itself, just to record it, is a little bit dry. I tried to make it a bit of an experience, and I had a lot of fun, and I'm happy with the end results. I hope you are too. Anyway, after that, we did a thing called Santa Sling. It's going up on Christmas Eve, and we are Santa Claus on our sleigh. We have a slingshot, much like we experienced in the lab back in the day, and we're literally launching presents at houses, aiming for windows, smashing them in. It was a simple experience, nothing to write home about. It was good fun for when I was there, although you have to have a good sized play space. I don't, as you guys all know, so I came into a lot of troubles. Plus I was doing it seated, which wasn't the advised way of playing the game. It's definitely an experience that I'm glad I did, but will never do again. But it was fun while it lasted. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Moving on! Christmas Day comes around. Oh, Christmas cheer and joy. I knew for this day we had to do something super fun. So I found a VR experience called Totally Realistic Sledding VR. I have never been sledding, really. Well, I guess I kind of have, but not full-on proper sledding like we experienced in this. Going down a massive hill. There were trees, there were snowmen, there were logs. We jumped out of a helicopter. I was totally surprised by how instantaneously fun it was. From the second we jump out the helicopter and get going, it's like, ah! And the speed was real, and being sat in a chair, it's like I was sat on a sled. I loved it. The first level was outstanding. The second and third level were kind of crap, but we went back to the first level, rekindled some of that awesome epic feels. And then of course on Christmas Day we put out the Queen's speech, or the Spammals Christmas Day monologue. Just a little message from myself to you guys, wishing you all a fantastic Christmas. Moving on, Boxing Day rolls around, and what better for Boxing Day than to smash the face into some robot elves. So there's a VR experience, a free-to-play experience nonetheless, called Nick VR. We're Santa Claus and our days are numbered. We're having our final stand. Robotic elves are descending upon our house. Kill them or be killed. It's as simple as that. Now, what I didn't catch at the time of recording, and what I'm kind of sad about now, is that there's loads of ways you can defend yourself inside the house. You can turn on this woodcutter, and then you can use that to produce wood to fortify your walls, board your windows up and close the doors. You can even feed it into a fireplace. I don't know what that does, but I didn't realize any of this during recording, so I missed out on quite a big part of the game. But all of the same, we had a lot of fun. We got pretty far, like to wave 19 or 20, but the robots, they just overwhelmed us, and they got quite scary because there were some really big ones, and when they get up in your face in virtual reality, it's like, mate, would you back off, please? But yeah, I enjoyed that. I really think it comes across as a fun video, and I hope you liked it as well. Anyway, after that, we did Santa's Special Delivery. This was actually the very first of all the Christmas content that I filmed. It's a pixel art video, and it was going to be nothing but a comedy piece because, well, you're Santa Claus, you're delivering presents. If you mess up, your reindeers explode. But the whole selling point of this game is shitting down someone's chimney. And I don't know, I kind of find the pixel art of it extremely funny. The music to it was hilarious. I'm very immature to admit that. Toilet humor, but it really cut me up. I mean, especially during the outro, I was trying to sign off, and it just a squeak cut into me. And it's, I'll see you in the next episode. I mean, it was It was a good time. Not a great game. Really not a great game, but it had some great things going for it. Anyway, after that, not to get confused with Santa's Special Delivery, we did another game called Special Delivery. I only realised after I'd filmed all this, those two had exactly the same name, but this is by Aardman Animations, legendary studio behind Wallace and Gromit and Shaun the Sheep. It was a very short affair, came out in 2016, but I never got to try it. But it was nice. You see the story of the security guard. He's got his woeful little tree with a single bauble, and then, oh no, some snow covers it, and he has a bit of a ruckus trying to find the culprit, who is Santa Claus, and ultimately he loses him. He goes back to his office. Oh my god, I have got a big tree full of baubles and lots of decorations. It's a happy ending after all. It was cool because you're sat in the middle of this experience and you can kind of look around, see everything going on around you, but the game was clever because it used sound to distract you to look in a different direction or where something's happening elsewhere. It was cool. I'm glad we did it. Short or not, I don't care. We did a game that isn't necessarily a Christmas game, but it's definitely Christmassy themed in a sense. It's called Carried Away. It's much like the game Poly Bridge. We create ski lifts, and it was a very relaxing game, and I'm pretty happy with how it came out. It had a cool little narrative going to it, and with some editing, we could also emphasize that by popping in on the guy's face. But beyond just building ski lifts and murdering people when they fall apart, you got to ski a little bit as well, although it kind of came across as a bit of a mini game. But I don't care. It was a cool game. I kind of wish we could do more of it, and maybe we will. Maybe if you guys love it, maybe we will. For now, that's all we got. Anyway, the last game of the year coming up. Home, a VR spacewalk by the BBC. Nothing to do with Christmas whatsoever, but you know what? It's the last game. It's pretty much New Year's Eve. It's New Year's Eve's Eve. It's yesterday. That's when it was. The BBC making a VR experience. Unheard of. But they did. And it was super cool. It was not too long, but not too short either. We go on a spacewalk. The detailing was extreme. Like, they really pulled the cat out the bag with this one and did an outstanding job. But the biggest twist as all was how it ended. I won't ruin it in case you haven't watched it yet, but I didn't see the ending coming from miles away. In fact, I thought I'd made a mistake and I went and did it a second time, but no, that's how it ends. So, way to go, BBC. Please do more. And also thank you for it being free. I would have happily paid some money for that. And with that, we come to the end of the month. This vlog, amazing! Goodbye 2017. So that is it. Today, the clocks will chime midnight and 2017 will pass into the history books. What's 2018 going to hold for the channel? Well, I don't know. I have lots of hopes and aspirations. Hopefully today, as you're watching this, I'm filming this like on the 20th, so like 10 days ago, 11 days ago. I don't know if it has happened or not, but hopefully today we should also be celebrating 20,000 subscribers here on the channel. If it hasn't quite happened yet, it's really close to happening. 2017 has had its ups and downs. There's no denying that. Yes, we've had amazing growth and amazing success in that regard, but at the same time, to be a creator on this platform has been the worst year ever, especially being a smaller creator. From all of the demonetization and the non-advertiser friendly slamming and the way the platform has just evolved and shifted, it's been really, really demoralizing and degrading, and at times you just want to stop and quit. But when the bot finally came to me and the channel, and I just felt so horrible. I stopped work for a couple of days. I just couldn't get the motivation to do it, knowing that it was just going to be destroyed. But you guys fortified me, you picked me back up, and we kept on at full steam, and we're over that now. You know, it'll do what it will do, doesn't matter. Doesn't affect us. We're going to keep creating whatever happens. For 2018, I expect to see more live streams, much more live streams. We're going to make a bigger effort, maybe of like 2 or 3 live streams a week. I really don't know. There's going to be a lot more of them on Twitch. We're going to definitely be expanding the, well, live streams are kind of going to basically be homed on Twitch, but there will always be the Friday show here on YouTube. So yeah, that's something that will be happening. I have ideas of games. There was some that was supposed to happen in December that again got pushed, like the Invisible Hours. I actually filmed it, but I haven't got a slot for it, so that'll be happening in January. There was another one called Ski Jump VR that I thought would be a great Christmas content, but it's a ski jump, so we could do it anytime, really. So I imagine that might come in January, but most of all, I wanted a classics month because January is the quietest time of the year on YouTube. So I kind of want to hold back some of the bigger hitting videos for like February once the year's underway. But for January, I wanted to to keep kind of a mellow vibe. Everyone's got that post-Christmas blues, back to work blues and stuff like that. So I wanted to do some classics such as Kingdom New Lands, Pass But Do, a whole classics month. But then there is other stuff like the Resident Evil 7 DLC, which is already out. I need to play that. We have got to wrap up Life is Strange Before the Storm and Guardians of the Galaxy. Their final episodes are both out now, so that would be your Sunday series for a little bit. There's lots of things we can do and there's lots of places we can go. 2017 had some landmark events. Like, it was really cool going to Comic-Con for the very first year, going both in May and in October, and getting to meet Game Hog, Luke and James Play, Random Shern. Oh, and also Ace Trainer Liam. How could I forget the Blue Boy? Final boss fight, Mr. Weeble. I'm meeting people face to face was outstanding. And also in the October, I had my very first moment where I got recognized. Someone come up to me and said, "Are you Spammals?" And I was like, "Yes, hi, nice to meet you." So that was really cool. Made a lot of new friends this year, a lot of new friends. I really hope in 2018 we can do more together. But most of all for 2018, I want to do you all proud. I really want you to, like, be proud of what the channel's doing, how it's growing and where it's going. So no matter what happens, your happiness will be at the front of all decision making. It really will. And lastly, I can't wrap up this video without shining a spotlight on my beloved Patreon members. Since the Patreon started, you've been there to support me, and when the demonetization bot kicked down the door, even more of you came. We now have 31 people donating to the channel to help keep it going, to help keep the games coming in, keep the lights on, keep the internet plumbed in. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you so very much. Your contributions have honestly helped far beyond you can even understand. It really is a major part of keeping this channel alive. But also, I need to also thank the people who have donated during the live streams. Once again, you fan funded us getting to Comic-Con. You funded the tickets, the hotels, because again, that's super expensive. You're doing so much good. You are doing so much good. Thank you so very much. I don't feel I deserve you, you know. But anyway, I think I'm done rambling for now. We've reviewed the year, we have reviewed the month. We've spoke a little bit about the vagueness of 2018, but we've also recapped some kind of deeper meanings about things that have happened this year, getting to meet people and being thankful for all of your kind contributions. So on that bombshell, I hope 2017 has been amazing for you. Have a fantastic 2018, and I'll see you then. So on that bombshell, thank you for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in 2018. Goodbye, everybody!